sat summer exams for the first time since the pandemic. In 2021, the results were based on teacher assessments. Of those pupils taking STEM subjects, about half plan to continue a career path in science, technology, engineering or maths. Well, joining me now is James Uffindell, the founder of Bright Network. James, good morning.
Good morning, Lisa.
Good to have you on the line. Just firstly then, certainly for the benefit of our listeners just now, tell us a little more about the Bright Network, what it does and how indeed it places itself, hopefully, to help students on a day like today when perhaps, they don't get the grades they need to get into their chosen uni.
Absolutely. Well, we set up Bright Network 9 years ago with the belief that talent is everywhere, but opportunity isn't. So we provide free advice to students to help them connect with the world of work. It's all completely free, and we are partnered with over 250 of the world's biggest employers. So everybody from the likes of Google, Amazon, Goldman Sachs, they use our data and technology platform to find amazing talent to join their businesses. So today, obviously, A-level results, and as you said, results are expected to be a bit worse than last year, and hopefully kind of better than 2019. So where exams were last kind of properly assessed. It's an interesting market that students are graduating to. So we've got unemployment lower than it's ever been for half a century. However, the ONS stats the other day showed that for the first time, vacancies are actually falling. I think it's an overall incredibly positive environment for students to be coming into. And whilst tens of thousands of students are expected to miss out on their first choice of university, overall prospects should look pretty good for the longer term for these students.
Let me pick you up then on a really key point you made there. I mean, we've seen in recent days, haven't we? I think it was the day before yesterday. There are still plenty of vacancies in all sorts of sectors, but they're vacancies, no doubt, crying out for bright young people, especially with fantastic digital skills, which is what young people have.
Absolutely, 100%. And we have a huge opportunity now as UK PLC. There's a lot of doom and gloom around at the moment, but we are a nation of innovators and inventors, and we do, I think, have a massive opportunity now. So the digital skills crisis is projected to cost the UK economy about 140 billion over the next 10 years. So we do still have a shortage of digital skills, and about 75% of Bright Network members feel that they aren't being equipped at university with the digital skills they need to succeed. So if students can really invest in those digital skills and make sure they develop those, that is really good advice, I think. About 70% of tech employers specifically are struggling to fill roles with digital skills, which is quite a wake-up call. And again, coming back to the idea that we have 1 million unfilled vacancies, the level of tech demand is actually huge. A big bit of advice I give to students graduating today is that students can become very obsessed with what they think employers want, and actually that doesn't correlate with what employers actually want. So, for example, when we asked Bright Network members, they put a 2-1 degree or above as being the number one thing that students think that employers actually want, whereas for employers, it's only the 6th most important thing. What employers are really looking for are skills that are really applicable outside of academia. So again, to those students who missed out on their grades, they needn't worry too much. So, for example, kind of resilience, problem solving, communication skills, and things like you may have seen that PwC have dropped the need for a 2-1. So employers are increasingly understanding that whilst academics are important and can be a signal of success, they are looking for other skills such as kind of commercial awareness, leadership. And the biggest advice today for these students is to show perseverance, keep on going. And also, obviously, we'll have to remember that not every student will be going to university, and apprenticeships are a really interesting route as well for non-university students.
Absolutely. And also on offer for employers now, apart from that list you went through there, students gaining these T-level grades. Now these are new, aren't they? And they're more practical, course-based. Do you think that'll be an attractive proposition for employers, potential workers with hands-on experience?
Yes, absolutely. So we've got about 1,000 students today who are getting T-levels, so congratulations to all of them. They were brought in to recognise what we have going on in the UK, which I think we ought to be honest about. particularly with the productivity and skills crisis, we have a crisis, a full-on crisis, quite frankly, because we've got a situation now where a degree is costing kind of English graduates or from UK universities about £50,000 a year. So they're racking about £50,000 a year of debt. But believe it or not, about 30 to 60% of graduates are in jobs that don't require a degree. So it kind of begs the question, why are these students going off and spending £50,000 in 3 years of their life doing a degree? So coming back to those advantages of students who don't go to university and how they sit in the workplace, we've got, number one, massive levels of tech demand. Number two, the apprentice route. And number three, a load of skills that employers are looking for that aren't always linked to academics. So I do think the future is bright for those students who are getting those 2 levels a day, and congratulations to all of them, because we really do need to fill these roles ASAP. We've got 1.2 million vacancies that employers are stepping up. The funding's there. They've created the role. They're advertising the role. They want to fill the jobs. They want to pay these people's wages. They want to generate the tax revenue that we need and the economic activity we need to power through what is sounding like an inevitable recession. And the more we can do this as a country, the better off we're all going to be.
Really good to speak with you this morning. Great advice for young people. James Uffindell there, the founder of Bright Network. LBC News Time 6:29. Elsewhere this morning, well, it's claimed 2/3